Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Folks, 2024 has been one wild ride beginning to end, and the web has been more sizzling than a late spring huge fire since the very beginning. First, Feline Williams kicks down the entryway with his stunner disclosures, and afterward the entire Diddy dramatization detonates like a getting more insane continuously. Yet you realize what's truly got individuals humming. It's not only the little men blending the pot, a few powerhouses in the business are getting in on the activity. Also take 50 Cent for example. This man has been directly in the main part of the Diddy disaster, practically like he's driving the charge against him. I mean, he's in any event, concocting an entire narrative about Diddy, and it doesn't appear as though he's simply playing an afterword. You have big cheeses like Joe Rogan hopping into the fray too. These folks have been dropping truth bombs left and right, and word on the road is there significantly more they've said in secret that hasn't come to the general population yet. So for those of you who haven't been staying aware of this franticness, lock and cuz, you're in for one amazing ride now. 50 Cent's been gabbing about Diddy since the very beginning. For sure, truth be told, when Cassie as of late recorded her claim against Diddy and uncovered him for saying her, making her lay down with male sex laborers, 50Y burned through no time in conveying his help for her. He set up a post hauling Diddy for foulness after he settled Cassie's claim in no less than 24 hours in a post that is presently erased. He fundamentally indicated that Diddy has more issues traveling his direction. In the subtitle, 50 Cent said, haha, he paid that cash genuine speedy. Ought to have done that before the shark smelled blood in the water. And here they come in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, each lady. He puts his hand on 50, followed by declaring he planned to do a narrative on Diddy and draw out reality with regards to all that Diddy's been doing, as well as individuals who have secured and assisted him with doing these insane demonstrations. He reposted an article about him fostering a narrative about Diddy and subtitled it, I thought Diddy was a tycoon music big shot. Assuming he's shrewd, he will petition for financial protection. Now, anybody with genuine cash realizes the reason why I'm saying this. I'm the most ideal maker for the gig, folks. Here are the receipts. Quick forward to when Country Security struck 2 of Diddy's homes in association with SAK claims. 50 burned through no time in getting on Instagram and fooling his enemy. He just turned 50. In a now erased Instagram post, the federal authorities and every one of the bunks, damn, they got the children in binds. In one more post, 50 Cent said it was absolutely impossible that Diddy was returning from this. Currently, it's not Diddy doing it, it's Diddy done 50I composed. They don't come like that except if they have a case. Things got ugly when 50 Cent's child mom, Daphne Euphoria, got maneuvered in with the general mishmash. You can hardly comprehend how 50 Cent responded to this sensation. 50 Penny's Daphne Bliss is confronting allegations of being Shay Diddy Cole's supposed in a new claim as per archives that got spilled to Fox News. Lil Bar asserts that Diddy was straight up about having an entire crew of ladies on a regularly scheduled finance, and obviously one of those ladies named in the suit is, in all honesty, Daphne Delight. Now Lil Poles claims that these ladies, including Happiness, were getting compensated a month-to-month expense to essentially be Diddy's sex laborers. Individuals are saying that this probably won't be unrealistic in light of the fact that Diddy's been spotted following Delight on Instagram, and there are even pics of them chilling together in Miami Oceanside last year. Yet Happiness didn't have none of it. She's terminated back hard, taking to Instagram to put any misinformation to rest in an explanation that she dropped. She directly gets down on Lil Bar's claim as a lot of untruths and character death. She's additionally lawyering gets down on Lil Bar's claim as a lot of untruths and character death. She's additionally lawyering up and prepared to make a lawful move against both Lil Bar and his lawyer. I'm profoundly wounded by the lies in Rodney Jones' claim that the case that I am a sex specialist is 100% bogus and character death. She said, I'm holding a lawyer to investigate all legitimate cures against both Rodney and his lawyer, and you realize 50C wasn't about to pause for a moment or two and let things slide. He took to Twitter and dropped a bomb, posting a pic of Satisfaction and Diddy with a subtitle that essentially called her out. He says you moved pretty far in order to have one more child with me, yet I was occupied, so you moved back, and afterward, you began getting cash from sibling affection. Now here we are, little sex specialists, yet Euphoria wasn't going to let that slide. She returned swinging on Instagram, saying, Curtis James Jackson, everything is a joke to you. Until our well-being is compromised, which is occurring now, you're unleashing genuine destruction free for all and disarray into others' lives. How might you feel assuming sire was the one in cuffs in vain? We moved to New York to offer you the chance to be a dad to your child, and you saw him 10 times out of the 2 years that we resided one. Pretty far from you. I'm burnt out on maintaining and safeguard. In a picture to our child that you have never heard, she would keep saying we should put the genuine spotlight on your actual underhanded activities of our phrasing and genuinely aying me. You are as of now, not my oppressor, and my God will deal with you starting here on. You have forever harmed the last expectation I had for you as a dad to safeguard our family with these last bogus cases made against me. You have broken our hearts for the last time, yet in spite of her sincere word, it's like no one's truly tuned in. Rather, individuals drag Daphne left and right, not getting her side of the story. At each of the one client said so, she was battling for her kid to be with his dad. However, at that point guarantees he granted her what human would battle to have their kid around to run. We should be truly another client, says he phrased you, yet you moved you and your child to reside 1 away from him. Definitely whatever, and 50 Cent, well, he didn't withdraw either. His emerged with it. An assertion hammering Daphne's charges as misleading and unjustifiable. As per them, it's all a response to 50 looking for sole guardianship of their child. Sire, they're making plainly sire's well-being is their main concern, and they're not playing with regards to safeguarding him. The upsetting claims and the sworn pleadings as of late recorded in a legal dispute connected with Daphne Euphoria. The mother of my 12-year-old kid has expected me to make any vital legitimate moves to safeguard my child. Sire, the latest bogus and unmerited allegations by Daphne Delight are obviously because of my choice to look for underside care of my child. My child, sire, is my primary need, and keeping him in a protected climate is my main concentration. As of now, you realize this entire wreck just added fuel to 50 Penny's discharge, and we as a whole know he will keep his foot on Diddy's as far as possible. Other than 50 Cent's, Joe Rogan's been tolling an all-in-all Diddy circumstance too on his digital podcast. He let the cat out of the bag about how wild did these gatherings can get. He even shared a tale about Luke from 2 Live Group skipping out of one of Diddy's cause things were excessively insane from 2 Live team. No doubt he said he was to leave early when Luke from 2 Live team is leaving early, like you got a wild party during the webcast. They even drew matches between Diddy's wreck and that of Vince McMahon. Now, in the event that you're curious about Vince McMahon, he's the top dog behind DWW. You know, the wrestling gig, and very much like Diddy, Vince is in serious trouble himself, with a lot of previous representatives blaming him for some quite dreadful stuff. Like, what's the deal with Diddy? I mean, even Lil Bar, who's behind the most recent claim against Diddy, delivered his most recent collection for himself. And the thing is, the charges against both Diddy and Vince are similarly as stomach-stirring. Okay, this is all there is to it. Oh goodness, one illustration of MCM's outrageous dead asement. On May 9, 2020, he pooed on Miss Award during a trio, and afterward instructed her to proceed with his companion. On April 3, 1992, Rita Chatterton, a previous ref noted for her spell as Rita Marie in the WWF during the 1980C, and for being the principal female ref in the WF, showed up on Geraldo Rivera's show. It tends to be informed that she asserted that on July 16, 1986, McMahon attempted to compel her to perform sex on him in his limousine. When she declined, he phrased her previous grappler. Leonard Inzitari verified Chatterton's charge in a 2022 meeting in New York Magazine. I was constrained into McMahon, and when I was unable to finish his longings, he blew up. Chatterton documented ASA claim against McMahon in December 2022. McMahon settled the claim, including Chatterton, that month, with his lawyer expressing that he keeps up with his guiltlessness, yet settled to stay away from the expense of prosecution. Individuals acquainted with the matter detailed that McMahon consented to an extravagant repayment with Chatterton. However, the specific amount of the repayment installment was not openly unveiled and has been recognized. Chatterton looked for $11.75 million in punitive fees in her claim, which sounds a ton like Diddy's circumstance with Cassie, where he settled rapidly utilizing a similar reason, doesn't it? Mahan was additionally blamed for sex by a specialist at a tanning bar in Boca Raton, Florida, on February 1, 2006. McMahon was blamed for showing naked photographs of himself to her, as well as endeavoring to kiss the specialist. At first, The charge had all the earmarks of being disparaged in light of the fact that McMahon was in Miami for the 2006 Illustrious Thunder at that point. Yet it was before long explained that the supposed episode. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.